Hello, my name is StewNones808, and this is my review on The Last Standing Aftermath. If anybody ever knows what Last Stand is, it was an old Flash series game. There was three that were made. Well, the first one was named The Last Stand, second one was Last Stand 2, and then the third one was Last Stand Union City. If you ever know what the series are, you'll definitely know what they are, what they do. It's mainly just, zombie survival, but what this game does in terms of what the other games don't really do is that this is a third perspective game. The other two games are 2D. So it's mainly just, a 2D platform. Just go ahead and go from building to building. There's really no 3D aspect to it. In this game, you have many other things, much more. So my first thoughts when I bought this game a couple months ago, I started playing it. I was like, wow, they really stepped up what they were doing. Really stepped up how things were going to go. Really added a challenge, but the one thing that this game lacks, and certainly in what the other games don't have, or what the games did lack, what this game lacks, is that this lacks characters. So the main plot of this game is that you play as survivors, these people. These people, they are infected by the virus. And so they're sent out through the wall, well, the end, which is here. They are sent out to go ahead and do, reconnaissance, try and gather supplies for the colony and such. But you find more to this story. You find more to what's actually happening. Now, we'll create a spoiler video for this, but I'm kind of almost done completely with the game. I see from the side over here, you won't need to really worry about that much, but there are three types of currency in this game. As you can see, the green one is rep. So you earn that by killing high-level zombies, and you take their ears for bounties and such and such. The second one is supply point. So you'll be able to find that through certain things on the map and certain items. Last one is intelligence. Intelligence is where you go ahead and use it here, which is skill points. They can either be for the person where you can run faster, you can go ahead and, have less infection rate. Do I kick down more doors like with this? Even go ahead recovering more from exhaustion. Second one is of course just melee stuff. This one is all about how much damage you do for pistols, long guns, aimed at automatic, it's critical hit chances and such. Third one is crafting. Now this one where I would say that you would want to put the most into right away, because you can go ahead and be able to find more ammo, medical supplies, food, and fuel. And also you'll be able to gain more memory, you gain more benefit off of finding intelligent items. Last one is crafting. Well, crafting is kind of a tricky one where I would say either you should get it or not get it, because there are things in here that really do benefit you. Like you get yourself a bigger backpack where you can, carry more, or you can go up to one of the most important ones I would say in this game for later in the run is the flamethrower. Also you can also have these right here, fires and bolt cutters. You can find survivor caches. You can go and use codes and the radio jack, which just helps that you don't need to go and use batteries to use radios. So, what in all of this game, what would be a good rating for this game? I would say a 7 out of 10. Definitely a 7 out of 10 because of just the game itself really needs more character to it. The one thing that the other three games that are related to this one have is that they have a main character. In this game, there is no main character. The main character is whoever you pick. So there's just a couple problems here and there. When you go ahead and have if you don't have like a high level PC, like me, I have a laptop, but besides the point, the zombies tend to glitch. What I mean by that is that, let's say if I'm over here and I'm shooting a zombie and some sort of brute comes in, they can accidentally go and bypass this and then hit me. I take damage from that, but they like rubber band behind here. Now that's an extreme example that had happened to me only one time, but still that does happen with very odd terrain. Now let's go to another place. This right here is where you'll be spending your supply points and your rep points, which get your supply points and such. So as the game goes on, you get more and more unlocks. You can spend it to this. So if you see things like this, colors they mean certain things. So gray means that you can buy it directly off the spot, directly from her. That yellow, on the other hand, it means that you can go ahead and unlock it. And every time you have a run, you can go to the armory. The armory has anything that you have unlocked or purchased from her. So let's say if I were to purchase this, that means every run from now on, I'll have this in the armory. Clean all these and such. So what rep points do, you can use for this, or you can use on special items. On special items, they'll be randomizing here, but that's that. When you see something like this means that this is random. Red means you'll find it in salvaging, like salvaging items, salvaging drawers, something like that. Anything like this means that you'll get a random chance. These mean you always get it from like guarantee. It's always guaranteed you'll find them in there. Same goes with these. So if I purchase this, that means say armory items required or acquired. It's like go in here and boom, they're in there. Now, of course, you won't be able to find them. They won't be there all the time. It's very randomized. And then you got this. Now this thing right here requires fuel, and you also need to repair your engine. So it takes quite a bit. So this is very late game stuff. Fortunately, I don't have like video footage of me playing when it began, but we'll just go ahead and just do this. This is what like late game is. You go and select how much you want to go and abuse yourself here, and it slowly fills up this. So tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4. These ones are attachments. No, wait, no. Tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3 are attachments. Tier 1 is fragmentation attachment, where you put it on any gun, whether it be a pistol, sniper, shotgun, or assault rifle, and it has a chance of bleeding. So when you hit a target with it, it gives them a chance of bleeding. Second one is shock, which shock does that when they get hit, there's a chance of getting stunned instantly. Now stunning is a really weird mechanic, but it can really get you out in a pinch. Third is incendiary. Incendiary gives a chance to go ahead and set someone on fire. Now this can be really helpful. Similar to the flamethrower, where you'll fight armored enemies, and armored enemies have a really high endurance against bullets. So melee is mainly going to be your option to find them. So you one, get rid of the armor, and once all the armor's gone, then you can go and shoot them or just melee them to death, whichever. But don't go ahead and go against the brutes, or they're practically just similar to like Left 4 Dead tanks, just with armor sometimes. Now the fourth one is a battle axe. Now battle axe you can acquire the rep after you unlock it. Then you can go ahead and start crafting it actually, because then you get the blueprint. Now I could be wrong on that, because as I said, this is a late game, so I could be wrong. It could be just that you get a chance of finding it on the battlefield. Could be that. It could be. So this one right here is the last of it. This is the last one, and this is a high-powered sniper rifle. Now this uses 7.62 if I remember correctly, but this one has the highest penetration of anything. So it means you can start penetrating through armor, probably like taking a good couple shot, like one shot, take out one layer of armor, and also damage the zombie that has the armor. So I'll go and show the map. Also, when you start unlocking the entire locations, this can actually get long. This can actually get load a little bit long. But luckily, every time you go and transition to a location, this will go ahead and automatically save. So as long as you don't exit the location, you can go ahead and actually kind save yourself from death, where you go ahead and as soon as you're close to death, or like you're just gonna die, you can just exit the game if you do it fast enough. Also, yeah, there is children zombies in this game. So let's go and get back into the car. I can then show you what the map kind of looks like from here. So as you can see, you do have this destination right here, but there is four. There's four stages of this game. One is the suburbs. Second one is the forest. Third is the city, and then fourth is hell. Now, what hell is, it's the final stage of the entire map. What this does is that you are at the final stage. So as you go and progress through here and here and here, you can, no, not that, can go ahead and start, go here. So as I said, you also find these places, like these special locations. So this is a safe house. What this means, if I were to travel over to here, there'll be no zombies there. There will be certain things here and there. As you unlock stuff, you'll be able to do that. So that is what's going to be. This location means that there is a buyer. You'll find this person in like this armored SUV. He only accepts knowledge, which is one thing you'll collect. And he has about 6 or 7 items that you can purchase from. You can only purchase them once. They range from all sorts of things, but you'll eventually be able to find that out as you play. This means that there is a supply station there. What a supply station is, it's kind of a place where you don't need to go ahead and use batteries. It has a small generator that you need to go and kick to start up. So it's like, kick it, wait for a thing, kick it again, and boom, you're in business. But you activate that, it alerts every zombie around you. That means every zombie that you didn't kill will slowly run to that location that you are at. Now, one good side is that this has a barrier. There's no barrier that they'll start hitting, that you can go ahead and start shooting them at. But it's not indestructible. It does have a duration, so you gotta make sure you got killed fast or fast enough. Well, you will sometimes find in later levels these two combined. That means that there is both a supply station there and also a buyer. Now, you might wait, supply station just went over here and there's a supply cache. Supply caches means that there is a similar to the supply station here. It's one place where you can go ahead and do the same thing, but you are going to be mostly attacked from all sides, except for just one angle, mostly. This really depends on the map's creation and generation. These places can really mean the life or death of your character, as greed can really kill you in this game. Don't get too greedy, but sometimes greed can really help you get good enough gear. Now, as I said, this game's a 7 out of 10, but the one biggest problem about this game is the commitment of the player. There is no real character. You don't play a main character. You play someone who is completely random person, random class, and you're just slowly trying to find out what the story is, how to go and help the colony. Now, in my next video, I will hopefully go ahead and start talking about what it's like to be in the end game. Like, what is the general story? Now, I'm saying right here, right now, 7 out of 10 currently. I'll go ahead post another video saying, hey, this is what the story is with me going ahead going to a web page or showing off some of what is happening in game if my character can get there. As I said, this game can get severely hard. As I said, the more mutations you have with your character, the more things can get quite hairy. So I'll go ahead and do this next time, but hopefully people will enjoy this sort of thing and I can go ahead and start making more videos on this. So thank you and stay frosty.